March Madness is in full swing, which means plenty of competition, school pride, and increasingly gambling. Senior contributor Ted Koppel explores another kind of March Madness, the growing legal phenomenon of sports betting.
There they were in June of 1990, some of the grand poobahs of professional sports, testifying before a Senate subcommittee on the dangers of legalized gambling.
Nothing has done more to despoil the games Americans play and watch than widespread gambling on them.
Paul Tagliabue was commissioner of the National Football League. Here's how he summed up his mission before the committee.
It's to protect the integrity and the character of our games.
Legalized gambling and professional sports were once regarded as a deadly combination to be avoided at all costs, but that was then.
Oh, what's up?
This is now.
When you got overs and unders, you end it every time they throw the ball, kick the ball, dribble the ball. Maybe it's not even a ball. Who needs a ball?
That's Wayne Gretzky off the ice.
This is the ultimate quarterback roundtable.
I think I know why we're here.
What? Quarterback, high school?
Just one among many superstars promoting sports betting.
Oh, yeah.
It all changed with the 2018 Supreme Court decision, moving what was once largely limited to Las Vegas directly to the phone in your pocket. So far, 39 states and Washington, D.C. have legalized sports gambling. These few days of March Madness are expected to produce more than $3 billion worth of wagers. The NCAA is sufficiently concerned about players' safety that it's taken out ads warning losing gamblers not to harass the players.
Only a loser would harass college athletes after losing a bet.
That's because you can now bet on essentially anything that may happen in the course of the men's and women's basketball tournaments.
She'll heave at the buzzer. She got it!
We now have accessible on every phone, computer, and tablet betting on every single micro event in every sporting event conceivable. Online sports gambling is a fundamentally different and more dangerous product than ever could have been imagined.
Harry Levant has been warning about what he sees as a growing public health crisis.
Before we sat down to do this interview, I looked on my phone. You can bet on ping pong from the Czech Republic on an average Wednesday morning.
I'm not really placing a bet on the game, am I?
You're placing a bet on a micro event within the game. You could do it within 15 seconds.
Tell me what that micro event is.
The result of every point in a ping pong contest between two players no one's ever heard of, that's what younger and younger people are betting on. I'm not trying to beat anybody. I'm trying to make it safe.
Levant learned his lessons the hard way. He's a recovering gambling addict.
Gambling addiction took my mind, my soul, body, and conscience.
You were a lawyer.
I'm a disbarred lawyer.
He had been stealing from his clients to cover his gambling debts. Levant caught a break with a sympathetic judge who, recognizing his addiction,
placed me on probation for 8 years and ordered me to continue my treatment and said, this doesn't have to be the end. You can do something with this one day. People are getting hurt.
He's now a licensed therapist treating other gambling addicts. It's an expanding universe, he says. Close to $150 billion worth of legal sports bets placed last year alone.
Hey, you people of legal betting age.
The industry's best customers are young men. A Siena College Research Institute poll shows that almost half of men between the ages of 18 and 49 have an active online sports betting account. That actually raises an interesting question. In theory, you have to be 21.
In theory.
However,
I know a lot of people that are under the age of 18. They're 16, 15, and they're openly in school talking about all the wagers they got.
that's Sean, Andrew, and Brian. No last names here. They are recovering gambling addicts in treatment with Harry Levant. How do they do that?
Parents' information,
siblings.
Usually it's a social security number, might be a driver's license, then they're taking on that identity.
A lot of underage betting is happening on illegal or unregulated sites, but the legal sites haven't solved the problem either. Show me. And gambling addiction at any age, as Sean recalls, can be devastating.
This was my bed. When I was in the teeth of it, it's all that mattered. My marriage didn't matter, my job didn't matter, my daughters didn't matter. Gambling was the only thing that mattered.
Sound familiar?
Yes, sir.
Winning was nice, losing less so, but what counted was the action. Live betting online, anytime, anywhere.
Automatic, algorithmic, powered by machine learning and AI.
There's always something to bet on.
Simple bet.
I found out some cricket matches are 3 days because I bet on one and
Same, dude.
I was waiting for it to end.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I've had my phone in the shower with me multiple times.
I got a waterproof case on my phone just so I could gamble in the shower. I did.
Just with the live betting, there's no casual person betting on every play. That's where I go that it's catered to the gambling addict.
What all three men describe is an addiction every bit as all-consuming as drug addiction, and even more consequential. 1 in 5 problem gamblers will attempt suicide. That's the highest rate of any addiction. You considered suicide?
Yes, sir. I was gonna give it a shot. I was calm about it. I accepted it. I wanted to do it. I personally had a letter written out. So yes, it was gonna happen. And thankfully, my dad called the authorities up here, and just before I could end my life, I got a knock on the door.
The American Gaming Association, the industry's trade group, declined our request for an interview, but in a statement said it encourages responsible gambling, allowing bettors to set limits on their wagers, deposits, and playing time.
We're placing money lines in real time.
The sports books offer the number for a problem gambling helpline. And if you look carefully, it's right there at the bottom of this ad promoting gambling. Here's the harsh reality. The biggest losers are some of the sports books' best customers.
The companies are enjoyable entertainment for an overwhelming majority of people. But their business model, over 80% of their profits are made from the 15% of people who are gambling the most.
This Sunday is all win and no risk.
Which is why Harry Levant says the gambling industry encourages players to keep going with so-called bonus bets.
Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed.
Including what's known as a reload bonus.
When a person's account has gone to zero, the gambling companies offer them, if you redeposit right now, we'll give you 50% additional credits to continue gambling. You've already lost money, put more money in, and we'll give you some credits to chase your losses. It's called a reload bonus.
A reload bonus.
They seem very sinister. They seem very purposeful. They seem designed to keep you in action. I had a patient once refer to reload bonuses as the neighborhood dope dealer giving me $10 extra in my bag because they knew I was a little down and out that week.
If your bet doesn't win, at least it didn't cost you anything.
And for what the industry describes as its most loyal players, they offer VIP programs. Andrew had his own VIP host.
So what they tell you it's for is to make your gambling experience better. In reality, if I went a day without depositing or playing, I would get a text or an email.
And what would the email say?
Where have you been? Here's a profit boost or bonus that you can use to get you back in the game, is the one they love to say.
The best was, we missed you.
We missed you, absolutely.
The gambling industry says only 1% of adult Americans have a severe gambling problem. That may be a low estimate, but even 1% represents 2.5 million American adults. We end where we began, back in 1990, with Stephen Greenberg, who was then Deputy Commissioner of Baseball before a Senate subcommittee.
When gambling is permitted on team sports, winning the bet may become more important than winning the game.
35 years ago, they were looking into the dangers of what might happen. Today, hundreds of billions of dollars later, the evidence is all around us.